so much to like.
Yeah. By the way, Ryan Gilbert did a great job at cutting that. The J-Rod show. Seattle, after taking 2 of 3 in Houston, winning a series in Houston for the first time since 2018, now they take on the Boston Red Sox. And Cameron, Julio Rodríguez, highly touted prospect. It took him a while. I mean, we're here in June, and he's seemingly find his way. But it did not start out well in 2022.
I wouldn't say a while. You know, I would say it's a part of the learning curve. I mean, a couple weeks, early into the season, a modified spring training. So, that's an extra week or 2 that hitters get to have and get their swing ironed out. So, he started off a little slow, but this guy, it didn't take him very long to get back on the track. And what I love about him is his approach. He understands himself as a young hitter who he is. His energy, his effort, he is electric as it comes in this game. You watch right there out of the box. He's always thinking, too. It doesn't matter where he hits the ball. Watch this right here. This ball right here. Now, I know you have Kyle Schwarber in left. He does a good job getting this ball, but watch at the bottom of the screen. This dude never for a second thinks one. He's never watching his work. He's never admiring his show, and he's playing the game right. What I love about him the most, a dynamic that you're not seeing as much in the league anymore. This guy, if it's a single, you can count on him being on second. He's going to turn into a double. His mechanics, he's slightly open. He understands that, slightly open allows his hip to turn quickly and allows him to get on a straight line. He's swiping bags at a high clip. But what I love about him is he's got pop. Justin Verlander, future first ballot Hall of Famer, 96, 97 up in the zone, Oppo and Safeco. That's no cheapie right there. This dude has mad power. Again, 93, good place to hit. Don't get it twisted. But again, this guy doesn't miss. But his approach right here, we made the field a pie chart. This is what's changed for him. I think early in the season, he was trying to do so much, pull the balls. But when he's in the middle of the field, when he's thinking fastballs in the middle, when he's a little bit late, right center gap is open. When he's a little bit ahead, left center, left field is open for breaking balls. And you're seeing where he's developed, where he's really took his game to another level is his approach. He's got back into the middle of the field. Good things are happening for him. Must-see TV. Electric as it comes, energetic, fun. And then right here, what I love, players to rank in the 90th percentile or higher in hard hit percentage and sprint speed, 2 guys. Mike Trout, Julio Rodriguez.
How about that?
That's a very, very small company. Sprint speed.
How fast? Basically how fast.
All those bags, making all those plays, making you get off your feet when you're at home. You know what I'm saying?
We were watching his highlights.
Exactly. Yeah. This is the sprint speed that you love to see out of a guy like Julio.
How long did it take you to get, when you got to the big leagues, to say, I got it? Okay.
The athletic part was easy. Stealing bags. When you're young like this, you love that. That's a part of the show. That's a part of the excitement that fans want to see. Analytics say it's not even worth it anymore, but this guy's saying, yes, it is, because when I run, I'm usually going to be safe. Guys are going to be, in good positions to drive me in, and we want to see runs in our game. And what he's doing is sparking our game, providing runs, energy that we need.
I remember when the benches cleared, I think it was Monday, and he's so young. He had the most composure of almost anyone on the field. Maybe it just looked like that from the TV screen, and then he backed it up with a 2-run shot.
And that's what I love. He already has a flair for the dramatic. We're talking about a huge series for the Seattle Mariners, trying to win a series in Houston they hadn't done since 2018.
Yeah.
For him to step up in that situation, that spot, says a lot about his composure. Like you said, Lauren, his poise. It's fun to watch. He is must-see each and every day. If he's playing, I'm tuning in.
Yeah, you mentioned his base running. You were a pretty good base runner in your day. Let's take a look at these numbers here. I believe this is from 2011. Base running runs leaders via Fangraphs. You're right behind Houston's own Michael Bourne.
Yeah, my boy Mike B, Brett Gardner, you see Drew Stubbs and Angel Pagan. But this is a part of what kept me around for so long, defense and running bases. There are a lot of, cues and keys about running bases. Don't do this and don't do that. Yeah. But I ran bases with a lot of instincts. I always was aware where the outfielders were, where the infielders were, and you see that when Julio playing. His instincts, his awareness of the game at 21 is extremely impressive. The talent that he brings, but his IQ is what jumps off the charts for me. And when you add IQ to talent, sky's the limit.
How much is it instincts versus practice? Because you talk about you having instincts. I remember going to spring training for the Marlins, and I've said this before. There was so much practice on base running and doing the little things. And you go to other clubs, and I mean, I'm sure they practice it, but at spring training they didn't.
And you're right, and I talk about his mechanics. When you watch him at first, little simple things about being open when you're at first. When you're open, it allows you to just get to your line straighter. When you're closed, it makes you kind of swing around. So I don't know if that's him. I don't know if that's coaches working with him. But I was lucky in San Diego. Dave Roberts and Ricky Renteria. At one point, I think I was 40 for 44 one year in stolen bases. But it would be hours before the game in the video room watching pickoff moves, watching guys go home.
Really?
So, it takes, the resources around you to set you up as well. It's not all about speed and talent, but it's about paying attention to the details, and he's doing just that.